This is the Alien movie we didn't know we needed. What's up, everybody? So, this is my reaction to the final trailer for Steven Spielberg's upcoming movie, Disclosure Day. Now, I've really kind of resisted doing or even watching it, let alone making a video talking about it, because at first I naively and very incorrectly felt that, what else does Steven Spielberg have to say when it comes to aliens? When you think about his movies of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, War of the Worlds, it feels like, all right, you've done your thing in the alien movie genre, if that's even a genre. So what else is there actually to say? And of course, like all geniuses, they're able to see something that is right in front of us that, for whatever reason, civilians like myself fail to see. Which is, if you think about the movies that I just mentioned, they're very much alien centric. It's about, what it is that they want, what they look like, when they're finally going to land, or, how are we going to survive them and, keep from, trying to have a normal world again in any way, shape, or form. And so, but this one is about, are the humans ready to know and understand that we are not alone? And so that I thought was a very interesting take. It's like, okay, yes, I've done things on this side, so now let me tackle the other side, which again is super obvious on its face, but of course, only artists and geniuses like Steven Spielberg can actually say them. And of course, it's got an all-star cast. You got Emily Blunt, you got Colman Domingo, you got Wyatt Russell, you got Colin Firth, and he's even reuniting with, the writer of Jurassic Park, David Koepp. So he's getting the right pieces together to make a great movie. The trailer even shows it's got like some of those staples of an exciting Steven Spielberg movie. It's got a great chase sequence. I mean, he's been great at chase sequences, literally since Jaws, and then of course with Raiders of the Lost Ark. I always think of the chase sequence in Jurassic Park. And then there's one like this as well. I mean, you see the car just kind of flying out of a window of a house and is being chased by what looks to be government officials of some kind. And so that, it gets my heart pumping, and the thing about Steven Spielberg is he's one of the few directors who can make something incredibly exciting, and he's got, the editing skills and the camera work and all of that is technically masterful, but he's also able to have some emotional content within those scenes so that you feel the fear, you feel the dread, you feel the exhilaration if and when they actually get away. And so I'm looking forward to that. And of course, to kind of see how the story unfolds, I think is really, really great, and I think Steven Spielberg is one of these people and artists that has been taken for granted, especially in the last few years, because he's always been great. There may be movies that you like more or less from Steven Spielberg, but you can't deny how incredible he is, and he's one of a kind, And I even saw one article where somebody who watched the movie, had a preview of it, said it's his best movie in 20 years. And so that got me thinking. I'm like, okay, like what movies did come out in the last 20 years? And so I looked it up. I'm just going to read off the list. And really, as well made as all of them are, I can kind of see why that person would say that. So we got to go all the way back to 2008, where we have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I'm definitely not a fan of. Adventures of Tintin, no thank you. War Horse, I completely forgot about it, so I never even seen a single scene of it. Lincoln, I loved a lot. It's the, collaboration of two masters. You have Steven Spielberg and you have Daniel Day-Lewis, and people think it's a biopic, but it's not. It's really a movie about a law being passed. It's just one of the most important laws in American history. Then there's Bridge of Spies, I liked it fine. BFG, The Post, Ready Player One, I liked it. West Side Story and The Fablemans. And these are all well-made movies, but they don't really cut through the zeitgeist, like something like Jaws or Schindler's List or Jurassic Park. Like those movies like made an impression on culture. These movies, not so much. But I think Disclosure Day might be the one exception, among this list, and so I'm really looking forward to it, and so we'll see what happens. But what about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.